Hi loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Simsola. If it's your first time stopping by, you're definitely welcome. And if it's not your first time stopping by, thanks for always coming back. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about African parenting and how toxic it can be. I feel like I've talked about it in some of my previous videos, but I was just thinking today and I said to myself, a lot of people do not have relationships with their parents. A lot of people have been scarred for a very long time and they don't even know how to have a general conversation with their parents. With their parents, it's just, how are you? Fine. Are you okay? How is school? Have you eaten? Okay, bye. Like, that's it. Nothing. When I was growing up, when I was in like secondary school, I have a friend who used to talk about her dad every single time. It was like, you know how you are like an adult and you have a friend who's always talking about a boyfriend, and you have a boyfriend who is just absent, but you have a friend who's always talking about a boyfriend, like, a boyfriend, they talk about this. It's not even about gifts now. Let's leave gifts aside. I feel like African parents try. I feel like African parents try their best to do like the barest minimum that they can, which is a lot, but no gifts now. We're talking about psychologically, mentally. And you know how your friend is just talking about not whining, you know how your friend is just going on and on about a fantastic boyfriend who they had this conversation yesterday, I'm like, how do you talk about your dad like this? How do you have this kind of deep conversations and connections with your parents? And some of us do not have anything like that. I feel like this is the time for us to talk to our parents. Like, if you had the chance to tell your dad or your mom that some of the things that they did to you that hurt you, what would that thing be? Because I feel like a lot of times we grow up as adults who bottle a lot of things inside. When I was growing up, my aunt was living with us and we were quite close. So the minute she got married and started having kids, I used to go stay with her over the weekend. Like, my school was very close to our house, so I used to go on Fridays and I'll come back on Sundays. I'll go back home on Sundays, or I go to school on Mondays from there. And she had this neighbor who used to beat her children. Actually, she had 3 girls. This woman had 3 girls and her husband was not always around. Her husband was, I don't know what work her husband was doing, but her husband used to go and come back. It could go for like a month, come back for like a weekend, and then it would go again. I don't know if it was out of frustration or out of just, I don't know what it was, but she was always mean to those kids. She treated those kids like they were house helps. She treated those kids like they were not as, you know, when you are beating a child and people come to take those children away from you. That's how it was. She was always mean to those kids. Right now, I feel like I want to find those children and like just ask them, like, how has that changed you? Like, has she stopped? Is she better? Because I know that parents who do those things, they do not stop. Most of them, most times, they do not stop. They even get worse. Because she would cause the children, those children at that time, I was that old. I think I was in SS1 at the time. I was probably in SS1, SS2, probably like 14, 15. And these kids were, maybe the eldest was in like just SS1. So the eldest was like maybe 13 at the time or 10. And they were just 3. And she would beat them. The smallest was a baby, maybe a couple of months old or a year or so. So she wasn't really beating that one. But the remaining 2, she was beating them. It was like, they used to go fetch water at that place. So if you like fetch water and then a little spill just poured, she would rain curses on them. She would use stool, you know what aputi is? She would use stool and slam it on their head, or like use her hand to slap their hand against the wall. She would rain curses on those children. So at first, people used to come to like, okay, stop her from doing these things to those children. But later, she found out that, okay, shouting at them in public was getting too many people in her business. So she would take them inside and maybe play loud music so people will not hear. But you still hear, because my aunt's apartment was close to our door, so you could hear what's going on. She would beat them mercilessly. Oh my god. And she used to be there for the most minute thing. Now I grew up in a house where my mom never used to beat me. Like if my mom should beat, if my mom wants to beat it, I've probably pushed her to this place. And my mom never was that person. So like when I found people that my mom never curses her children, but my mom is strict. I mean, she was strict at the time we were growing up. She's not strict anymore. But like she had these things where she had a curfew. She had necessary things like you do not eat something that's not yours. You do not pick something that's not yours. We had that fear of our mom, but it wasn't because she was beating us. It wasn't because she was insulting us. It wasn't because she was cursing us. It wasn't because she was doing these mean things to us. So when I find parents who maltreat their children, who abuse their children, I'm like, why? And I want to find out, like, if you had a chance, or if your parents asked you, because I know a lot of Africans are scared of their children. A lot of Africans are scared of their parents. They don't want to say anything to offend them. And for Africans, anybody can agree with me, if you're trying to correct your African parents, like you're insulting them, it's like you do not regard them, you do not respect them, you have no iota of respect for them, and they carry that respect on their head like mortar and pestle, like government work. I don't know why, but to them respect is golden. And let me give you an example. If you're following politics in Nigeria, remember the time when Buhari was contesting for presidency and people were like, oh, Buhari is going to do so many wonderful things because he has been in the military, he's strict, he's going to curb all of the nonsense that Nigeria has and everything. It was so like, okay, this is the Jesus is coming. Buhari is the Jesus. My dad was one of those people and his friend. So my dad was like, hey, once Buhari comes like this, I'm sure that everything's going to go back to normal. 1 year came, 2 years came, and Buhari was no show. Buhari was just doing, we didn't even know where he was. They said he was always traveling, and my dad was so disappointed. But the inability to just accept that you are wrong, oh my god. So sometime last year, my dad's friend came around. My dad's friend are like this, they're like brothers. So like they're very close, and we're also close with them as well. We used to talk, we have deep conversations. Like sometimes I talk to him more than I talk to my dad, and my dad gets jealous. So one time we were having a conversation and they were talking about Buhari, and this man said, I was one of those people who believed in Buhari and the things that he was going to do for Nigeria, but I'm so disappointed in him and I feel bad that I voted for him. Like, for an African man to accept that he's wrong and just apologize, like it wasn't like he said sorry for voting for him, but like he said that he was not happy that I voted for him, and he acknowledged he's wrong. Oh my god. So my dad was not there when he said that. I think I was taking him somewhere in the car when he said that, and then maybe like the next day or something, or maybe when he had left, I can't remember exactly, I spoke to my dad about it, and I was like, oh, what do you think about Buhari losing? What do you think about Buhari not meeting your expectations and the things that you wanted for Nigeria? My dad just said, that man is a go-slow man. Didn't do what I expected, but Nigeria is not good. I'm like, why can't you say sorry? Why can't you apologize? Why can't you feel like, why can't you just let people know that, okay, you did something wrong somewhere and you could have done better? That's it. African parents do not know no wrong. They do not, everything they do is right. My question for you today is, I know that we can go on and on and on and on, but it's very important for you to be a better parent. Most of the people who are watching this video are married, getting married, having kids. I want you to make a conscious effort to, I want you to make a conscious effort to be a better African parent, because most people who watch my videos are Africans, and I can tell that you can relate in some way, one way or two ways somehow. I hope that you decide to be better. I hope that you intentionally parent your children towards the right way, because I know a lot of people who do not like their parents. Like when they talk about their parents, it's like, ugh. We do not want that for ourselves. I know for myself that I want a loving relationship with my children. I want my children to see me and be able to tell me anything that bothers them. I want my children to be able to tell me anything that bothers them. I want them to be able to walk up to me and have conversations with me and just be free and open the way they will be with a friend, because most people confide in their friends mostly than they will confide in their parents, and that is not good, because some things you need to tell your parents about them. Yeah, the little thing I'm going to be leaving you guys with today is, if there's one thing you could tell your parents, let me know in the comment section. If there's one thing you think that your parents did not do better, and you swear to yourself that you would never ever do that single act, let me know. And if you can sit your parents down to let them know one thing that they've done to you that has damaged your self-esteem, that has destroyed you as a person, or that has made you just want to recline and retract yourself from people, try to let them know. I don't know how we are going to, especially because Africa is but just try, no matter how tiny that you can. That'll be all for today. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Do share and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.